set 3.4 continued. Question number 5. Prove that an equilateral triangle is equiangular. You are given that triangle ABC is equilateral. You have to prove triangle ABC is equiangular. That is, you are given the three sides of the triangle are equal. They are equal in length. Let us take the triangle as triangle ABC. Show all the markings. The lengths of all the three sides are equal. Show the markings on the figure. Equal markings. And name the triangle as triangle ABC. So in triangle ABC, segment AB will be congruent to segment AC and segment AC will be congruent to segment BC. Because the lengths of all the three sides are equal. Because you are given triangle ABC is equilateral. So you are given segment AB is congruent to segment AC is congruent to segment BC. Now you have to write in triangle ABC, segment AB is congruent to segment AC since sides of an equilateral triangle. What you have to prove? You have to prove triangle ABC is equiangular. That means you have to prove angle ABC is congruent to angle ACB is congruent to angle BAC. Then only triangle ABC will become an equiangular triangle. So now in triangle ABC, segment AB is congruent to segment AC. We are taking two at a time. All the three sides are having same length. So all the three sides of this triangle are congruent, but we are taking two at a time now, because then only you can apply the isosceles triangle theorem. So first we are taking segment AB is congruent to segment AC. You have to write the recent sides of an equilateral triangle. Now in the next line, apply isosceles triangle theorem. If two sides of a triangle are congruent, then the angles opposite to them are congruent. This is isosceles triangle theorem statement. The statement of isosceles triangle theorem is, if two sides of a triangle are congruent, then the angles opposite to them are congruent. So opposite to segment AB, you have angle ACB. Opposite to segment AC, you have angle ABC. So angle ACB is congruent to angle ABC by isosceles triangle theorem. Take this to be the first equation. Now, take the next two pairs. Actually, we will come across three pairs, but any two pairs are enough. Segment AB is congruent to segment AC, we have taken already. Now we will take segment AC is congruent to segment BC, that will be enough. So now segment AC is congruent to segment BC. You have to write the same reason as before, sides of an equilateral triangle. Now apply the isosceles triangle theorem. If two sides of a triangle are congruent, then the angles opposite to them are congruent. The angle opposite to segment AC is angle ABC. The angle opposite to segment BC is angle BAC. So angle ABC is congruent to angle BAC by isosceles triangle theorem. Take this to be equation number 2. Now from equations 1 and 2, see in equation 1 angle ACB is congruent to angle ABC. In equation 2 angle ABC is congruent to angle BAC. Now combine equation 1 and 2, then you will get angle ACB is congruent to angle ABC is congruent to angle BAC. The first angle is congruent to the second angle and the second angle is congruent to the third angle. So the first angle will be congruent to the third angle. Now we have all the three angles of this triangle to be congruent. So triangle ABC is equiangular. Hence we prove that an equilateral triangle is equiangular. An equilateral triangle is equiangular. Now in question number 6, you are given the bisector of angle BAC of triangle ABC is perpendicular to side BC. So we have to draw the figure. Figure is not given. We have to draw the figure. So I have drawn the bisector of angle BAC in this triangle and it is perpendicular to side BC. I marked the right angle there. Ray AD is perpendicular to side BC. Ray AD is the bisector. So I marked equal markings for the angles BAD and CAD. You have to prove triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. That means you have to prove segment AB is congruent to segment AC. Now in triangle ADB and triangle ADC we got two triangles. Angle BAD is congruent to angle CAD given. Segment AD is congruent to segment AD because common side. Angle ADB is congruent to angle ADC because each is of measure 90 degrees. Therefore, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ADC by ASA test. If two angles of a triangle and a side included by them are congruent with two corresponding angles and the side included by them of the other triangle, then the triangles are congruent with each other. This is ASA test. So by ASA test, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ADC. Now we want the corresponding side of congruent triangles. Segment AB is congruent to segment AC. Take this pair, segment AB is congruent to segment AC because we want only that. Segment AB is congruent to segment AC. This will be corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Now segment AB is congruent to segment AC. Therefore triangle ABC is isosceles. Hence we prove that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. In triangle ABC we got segment AB is congruent to segment AC. Therefore triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. Two of the sides are having equal length in this triangle. Segments are congruent means the lengths of the segments are equal. So this triangle ABC becomes an isosceles triangle. Hence we prove that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. The question is, prove that if the bisector of angle BAC of triangle ABC is perpendicular to side BC, then triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle, and we have proved that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. You have to write the final statement. Hence we prove that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. Now coming to the next problem. In the figure, segment PR is congruent to segment PQ. We have to show segment PS is greater than segment PQ. Now take triangle PQR. In that, segment PQ is congruent to segment PR is given. Now by isosceles triangle theorem, if two sides of a triangle are congruent, then the angles opposite to them are congruent. Therefore, angle opposite to PQ is angle PRQ and angle opposite to PR is angle PQR. So, angle PRQ is congruent to angle PQR. You take it to be the first equation. Now, take triangle PRS. Consider triangle PRS. Angle PRQ is an exterior angle of triangle PRS. When you extend the side RS towards the left, then we get angle PRQ, and it is an exterior angle of triangle PRS. Now you know the property of an exterior angle of a triangle. An exterior angle of a triangle is greater than its remote interior angle. An exterior angle of a triangle is greater than its remote interior angle means one of the remote interior angles. There are two remote interior angles. An exterior angle of a triangle is greater than any one of its remote interior angle. That is the property of an exterior angle of a triangle. So now angle PRQ is the exterior angle. So angle PRQ is greater than angle PSR. PSR is the remote interior angle, one of the remote interior angles of triangle PRS. Now take this to be equation number 2. Now look at 1 and 2. Angle PRQ is congruent to angle PQR, and angle PRQ, the same angle PRQ is greater than angle PSR. So instead of PRQ in the first equation, you can replace angle PQR because they are congruent. Angle PRQ is congruent to angle PQR. So instead of angle PRQ in the second equation, you can replace angle PQR. So the second equation will become angle PQR is greater than angle PSR. So within brackets you have to write from 1 and 2, from equations 1 and 2. Now once again look at these angles in the figure. You have R to be in between Q and S, the point R to be in between Q and S. So we can rename these angles as angle PQS is greater than angle PSQ. Because R lies between Q and S, we can rename these angles as angle PQS is greater than angle PSQ. They are one and the same angles. Angle PQR and angle PQS are one and the same angles. Similarly, angle PSR and angle PSQ are one and the same angles. So we can write angle PQS is greater than angle PSQ. Now we have to prove segment PS is greater than segment PQ. So you take the triangle PQS and now analyze. We have found out that angle PQS is greater than angle PSQ. Therefore, segment PS will be surely greater than segment PQ because side opposite to greater angle is greater. Now, opposite to angle PQS, we have the segment PS. Opposite to angle PSQ, we have the segment PQ. Opposite to angle PQS, we have the segment PS, and opposite to angle PSQ, we have the segment PQ. You all know the side opposite to greater angle is greater in the triangle which is having two unequal sides. So now here the triangle is having two unequal angles. So the side opposite to greater angle is greater. Now angle PQS is greater than angle PSQ. Therefore segment PS is greater than segment PQ. You have to write the reason. Side opposite to greater angle is greater. Hence we prove that segment PS is greater than segment PQ. Now coming to the next question. You are given in triangle ABC, segment AD and segment BE are altitudes and AE is equal to BD. You have to prove that segment AD is congruent to segment BE. Since segment AD and segment BE are altitudes, we can write segment AD is perpendicular to side BC and segment BE is perpendicular to side AC. And also you are given AE is equal to BD. We have to prove segment AD is congruent to segment BE. Now we have triangles ADB and BEA. In that we have angle ADB to be 90 degrees and also angle BEA is 90 degrees. So measure of angle ADB is equal to measure of angle BEA is equal to 90 degrees. Therefore, these two triangles are right angle triangles. We come to know that these two triangles are right angle triangles. Because measure of angle ADB is equal to 90 degrees. Also measure of angle BEA is equal to 90 degrees. It is given. So, triangle ADB and triangle BEA are right angle triangles. So, we have the hypotenuse opposite to the right angles. So, hypotenuse AB. Also, look at the figure. You have AB and BA to be the common side. If you cut and place these two right angles, see two right angle triangles are there. You imagine that you are cutting and placing overlapping on each of the right angle triangles where the right angles are matching. Then you can find out that vertex A will correspond to vertex B and vertex B will correspond to vertex A. So hypotenuse AB will be congruent to hypotenuse BA according to the correspondence of the vertices. And you have to write the reason common side. Next, side DB will be congruent to side EA because it is given. Therefore, triangle ADB will be congruent to triangle BEA by hypotenuse side test. If the hypotenuse and a side of a right angle triangle are congruent with the hypotenuse and the corresponding side of the other right angle triangle, then the two triangles are congruent with each other. Now the corresponding sides of congruent triangles you have to find. We want to prove segment AD is congruent to segment B. So consider segment AD. A is corresponding to B and D is corresponding to the vertex E. So segment AD is congruent to segment BE. Within brackets you write CSCT. Corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Segment AD is congruent to segment BE. CSCT, that means corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Hence we prove that segment AD is congruent to segment BE. You have to write the final statement. Hence we prove that segment AD is congruent to segment BE.